How's everybody doing today? This is Corey Lee's Boxing, and we are back with another banger. So please smash that like button and subscribe. And yeah, man, we're talking Gervonta Tank Davis versus Frank the Ghost Martin. Yeah, it could be possibly going down, you guys. Sources are saying on ESPN and stuff like that you know these two guys have inked a deal for late spring, early summer, and this is a good matchup. I think Frank Martin is a good fighter, but he can get caught. You know, Gervonta Tank Davis is an extremely good, smart fighter. Um, um, it's looking like a pretty big deal. I mean, a lot of fight fans and a lot of people in general are you have been waiting to see, what we were going to get out of this. Where we're going to get, you know, a lot of big fights. First we've seen, Tim Zoo versus Keith Thurman, and on the undercard, Pitbull Cruz versus Rolly Ramiro. So we got a couple PBC Prime fights already, and now we got this fight. I'm guessing this fight's gonna be on pay-per-view. Um, and yeah, man. I mean, this is a pretty good fight. It's a pretty good fight. It's a pretty good fight. Um, it's gonna be wild to see Earl Spence and Gervonta Tank Davis against each other in this though. You know, these guys were boys and and all of this stuff, but Earl Spence had been saying that he think his fighter can is ready for Gervonta Tank Davis and stuff like that. So I can't wait. I can't wait to see, if these two fighters, when they meet, you know, is Gervonta Tank Davis, you know, my biggest question is if is Frank Martin gonna be able to take Gervonta Tank Davis's power? That's my main concern. Um, and I don't think I think Frank Martin's gonna get hurt in this fight. Um, yeah, and Earl Spence is gonna be there for him. He's gonna try to root him on, train with him. These guys been trained together before. If you guys don't know, Frank Martin is signed under Earl Spence's, I believe it's Man Down Promotions. But yeah, man, I don't know. I just think that right now, man, Gervonta Tank Davis. But then again, Gervonta Tank Davis has been a little bit inactive, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Frank Martin, you know, he's done well so far. He's done well. He's answered every question that we've had for him so far. He's undefeated. Um, but Gervonta Tank Davis is a big step up in class. And I think that eventually the class that Gervonta Tank Davis has and the attributes that he has will eventually play big dividends in this fight, especially the power edge. I get a power edge and the fighter. I get the power edge to Gervonta Tank Davis. But now they say in the sparring session that, the ghost, Frank Martin, did his thing. He did well in sparring, so there's that, like I said, a lot of fight fans right now want, you know, want to see these two guys fight. I'm not saying all, but I'm saying some. You know, I would say, a majority of, you know, the hardcore fans would love to see Gervonta Tank Davis versus, you know, Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson, stuff like that. But I mean, we might not be able to get those fights right away. To be honest with you, we might not. So we got to get what we can get, and I don't know. I just think right now, man. Right now is the best time. Right now is the best time for these two guys to fight. I think that Frank Martin's undefeated, Gervonta Tank Davis is undefeated. You know, stylistically, I think it'll be a good fight. I really do. Charles D in the chat, what's happening, man? Everything good over here, man. How's everything going over there? I had to try to get this quick live stream, man. You know how I do, man. I gotta give you guys, the breaking news over here. Gervonta, like I said, if you guys are just joining, Gervonta Tank Davis versus Frank Martin, you guys, going down in late spring, early summer. Is ESPN has been reporting, and so yeah, man, I think this is a pretty good fight. I want to see, what the Ghost can do. Can the Ghost beat the Tank? Yeah, he said straight like Asian hair. Okay, okay. So yeah, man. I mean, both of these guys are gonna be fighting. Like I said, I like the fight so far. I don't think it's a bad fight. Um, but I want to see, more about it. I want to see, the press conferences. I want to see the build up. I want to see both of these guys in shape. I know Frank Martin. Tank punk ass. He says Tank punk ass don't want that top rank action. He won't leave the pool. Your audio fucking up, homie. Yeah, man, I gotta run, man. But yeah, breaking news: Gervonta Tank Davis versus Frank Martin. We'll talk more about it tonight, 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. live stream. You guys tune in, and we got Tacoma anyway.